Sendo, the Omens money stopped coming in. The Sonic Omens money stopped coming in. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, Sendo, tell us, what can we even do at this point?
Guys, calm down. Alright, I have an idea. What's your idea? Let's record more Sonic Omens. Oh yeah, that'll work. What the f am I doing with my time, bro?
How'd you get here?
Alright, I wanted to hop back into Sonic Omens for a little bit of fun just to see what they give you post-mortem, because that's something that a lot of Sonic fan games don't really do. They never really say, hey, check this out, you unlock something after you beat the game. That is very much a kind of like early 2000s Sonic type beat rather than something that fan games really try to do. It's all, hey, here's all this stuff in the main game, have fun, enjoy, and like maybe they'll have a reward for getting all of the Chaos Emeralds, and that's kind of it. But never like, hey, you beat the game, now you can play Super Sonic. Isn't that awesome? And yeah, it actually is pretty awesome. You just get to run around and play as this kind of souped up version of Sonic. I've never been too big on Super Sonic in like a lot of these stages, or in this kind of way, because like, yeah, it's cool you get to play as a Super Sonic version of himself, it's so cool, whatever, he looks nice, but it's really just, I don't know, it's just for breaking levels, and that's cute in its own way, but like, it's not my favorite thing in the world. I would rather replay stages as normal Sonic more than anything. But with that said, I do want to see how busted it can get, so I am going to kind of run into, I think White Jungle is one of my favorite stages in the game after playing through it a little bit for the multiplayer.
Spoiler alert, you're gonna be seeing that later in the video.
But it's a really fun stage. I really like it a lot. I also think it's kind of cute having a different way of kind of what just happened? Oh my god, finding new shit after the fact is crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go Super Sonic again. But yeah, like, I don't know. Super Sonic is fun, I think it's cool, and it's obviously, like, awesome that they have it here. I've just never been a massive fan of it. Like, after the fact, playing through, like, Generations especially, even though Super Sonic there is super busted and super cool, something about it is just, like, I kinda don't... I don't give a fuck. Like, I would rather just play through the levels baseline again and have fun with that instead. Though there is kind of a little bit of joy that you can get from running through these stages as a souped up version of yourself, and just being able to break stages that maybe in the past gave you a bit harder of a time. And it's cool in that way, but when you get like too busted, you just get to circumvent so much level design that I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. I guess the most fun you can get out of it from, like, I don't know, from my perspective, as a certified, bona fide Super Sonic hater. I'm joking, obviously, but I mean, like, the most fun that I could get out of it is just having the infinite boost and being able to kind of run through things really, really fast as a result. But I don't know. It's cute. It's nothing too crazy, but they did add this kind of like late into the lifespan of Omens, I'm pretty sure. This was something that kind of came around after they went back and fixed a lot of things that people were complaining about for the game, from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong about that time frame, but it's cool that it's here, and if you didn't get to play around with it and you're a massive fan of, you know, Super Sonic, look, check it out. You can play as him now. That's pretty fucking cool. And then there's the multiplayer, which is nothing that crazy. It's you and a friend playing through all of the levels again if you'd want to. Every single main stage, be it for Sonic or Shadow, is available to you, and that's awesome, that's great, but it is missing a few features that I think it should have. I think first and foremost, you should have a way to interact with a character when they are super far ahead of you. That's something that Shadow can do with his Chaos Control ability, but you can't really do that with Sonic. There's not a whole lot that you can mess around with in terms of unique character abilities, kind of like an SA2 where they have, I don't know, Sonic Wind or whatever the fuck it's called. There's nothing like that. It is realistically just running through all of the Omen stages again. And I did this with one of my friends who has not touched Omens before, and it was not that fun because it didn't give him a whole lot of options to fuck me over when I got just really far ahead of him. The most fun I had with it was genuinely at the end when the stage... Okay, fun fact. The final stage in the game has a lot of sections that are built specifically for Sonic, and the way that Shadow gets through them is through homing attacking enemies. Problem. those enemies don't respawn in multiplayer. I don't know about in the main game when you die, but if you die here, they do not respawn in multiplayer. So how does Shadow get through those sections? With a lot of difficulty. So during this latter half, not a whole lot of interesting shit was going on in this multiplayer until the very end when we saw this and he was like, how do I get through this? And I had no idea, and we just fucking gave up, bro. We just gave up and started working together instead of working against each other. It was a beautiful moment. I think you're at the end. Hit that shit. Hit that ring.
Right here.
Go.
Get me out of here.
Go. One more door. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck that level.
Oh my god, dude. But yeah, that's realistically all of the content that you can get out of Sonic Omens. This was an insanely long series. It was probably like 8-9 episodes long of shit that you can do, and if you really love the levels, you can run them back, and there are a lot of levels for you to experience. And then the multiplayer is there, Supersonic is there. There's a lot of ways that you can go about re-experiencing these levels with just changing minute things, and that is a really cool way of going about it. But it's time to move on, putting Omens in the past, and finding something else that I can play, and I don't know, maybe Doggone. We'll see, we'll see.